Good evening. On this 4th day of April 2023, Lookuptv has officially begun its roadshows around Nairobi, and we are coming to an estate just near you. And so if you happen to hear us, get out and let's dance, let's get to know each other. And of course, keep subscribing and watching us across all our social media platforms where we are at Lookuptv, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. We have that story and so much more lined up for you tonight. But before we get into all that, here are our top stories. Tonight on Lookup News, Azimio leader Raila Odinga threatens the return of maandamano. Religious leaders laud Ruto and Raila for embracing dialogue.
The government has allocated 28 billion to support cash transfer programs implemented by the State Department for Social Protection.
Kenyans to pay 300 shillings monthly for medical cover. And we're coming to an estate near you. Lookuptv has embarked on a 5-day roadshow. Once more, welcome to the broadcast. The hashtag is Lookup News. I am Nelima, and our sign language interpreter for tonight is Felista Adundo. Do stay with us as we bring you up to speed stories that are making headlines across all our 47 counties. And as well, do let us know where you're watching us from, because again, Lookuptv comes across all the 47 counties. Let's begin. Azimio leader Raila Odinga now says a parliamentary process may not address their concerns. Raila proposes formation of a team like that of the 2008 National Accord. In his press on Tuesday, Odinga said the coalition's issues raised at that informed protest must be addressed by the Kenya Kwanza government. Odinga revealed that he has not met President William Ruto.
Exactly 2 days after the former Premier Raila Odinga accepted to go with the bipartisan approach proposed by President William Ruto, the Azimio principal has come out to strongly state that the government has to swiftly act on certain matters that do not require the bipartisan parliamentary committee's input.
The regime must take immediate steps to bring back the cost of unga to Kenya shillings 100 as at the time of the election. He further resolved that Kenya Kwanza must take immediate steps to lower the costs of fuel and put a freeze on the recent increase in the cost of electricity. These are not matters for a committee. They are things that the government just needs to take a decision and implement.
Odinga has also stressed on the need to objectively and conclusively resolve issues that arise from the August 2022 general elections.
This meeting agreed that auditing the 2022 election servers is necessary and urgent. And here we add that we require forensic audit by experts. 3. Reform and reconstitution of the IEBC. This meeting agreed that electoral reforms are urgent and necessary for future elections.
The former Prime Minister has reiterated that the government needs to fully compensate Kenyans injured and families that lost their loved ones during their mass action.
The state must immediately take up the costs or waive all medical bills of victims of police brutality, including journalists and the last expense costs of those who lost their lives.
As the opposition statement predicts a possible return to the streets, it also kicks the ball back on the court of the bipartisan parliamentary committee that is required to be objective as possible in resolving issues raised by the Odinga-led team.
We assure our people and Kenyans that our eyes are firmly on the ball, and reiterate that we shall go back to the people as the earliest sign of lack of seriousness by the other side. In other words, if the other side is not serious, we will go back to our people and continue.
Sam Medika, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Edikan. Staying on that conversation, the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, SUPKEM, and the Kenya National Commission for Human Rights have lauded President William Ruto and opposition leader Raila Odinga for embracing dialogue for the sake of peace in the country. In a joint statement at Tufunga Mano House in Nairobi, the leaders want the bipartisan parliamentary team to move with speed and kickstart the conversations around key issues of economy, lack of jobs, and national peace. Our reporter Henry Tende with more.
The leaders, in a joint address to the media, have welcomed the truce between President William Ruto and opposition leader Raila Odinga for softening their hardline stance to allow dialogue to prevail, consequently bringing to an end 2 weeks demonstrations in the country.
We, in this regard, commend His Excellency the President Dr. William Ruto and the leader of Azimio la Umoja, Right Honorable Odinga, for hearing the plea of Kenyans and seek to engage in consultations to resolve the political differences.
With the attention now in the National Assembly, the clergy has implored the legislators who will form the bipartisan team to move with speed to start dialogue, calling them to give priority to critical issues affecting common citizens.
We believe that the agenda for the national consultations shall be premised on the long-standing issues affecting Kenyans, which include: 1, tackling poverty and inequality, as well as lowering the cost of living. B, tackling unemployment and ensuring dignified livelihoods, particularly for the youth. 3, consolidating national cohesion and unity and combating insecurity. And 4, addressing transparency, accountability, and impunity.
With the reconstitution of the electoral body IEBC at the center of the contentious issues under discussions, religious leaders and the human rights group want all stakeholders to be incorporated to have an acceptable outcome across board.
Let all consultations be open and in good faith, truth, because Kenyans deserve truth in all processes as citizens listen to each other.
Today's briefing comes amid concern about the safety of outspoken religious leaders in the country. Early Tuesday morning, police officers invaded the home of Kisumu NCCK chairman Bishop David Kodia with an intention to arrest him. The religious leaders are now calling on the police to stop harassment and intimidation of the clergy.
We believe that the police were seeking to arrest him because of his vocal statements on matters of social justice. We call on the President to assure Kenyans of the protection and freedom of all people, including religious leaders who speak out for the people.
Religious leaders have been at the forefront in brokering peace between the government and the opposition, with their tireless work behind the screen leading to an understanding involving the two statesmen. President Ruto is now in Rwanda for a 2-day state visit where he is expected to discuss bilateral engagement between Kenya and neighboring Rwanda.
I want to tell you, there will be no handshake, but there will be an engagement in Parliament on the issues that have been raised. Those that Parliament can resolve, they will be resolved.
Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Tende, for that detailed story. Moving on, President William Ruto has pledged that Kenyans will now be able to retain their NHIF cover by paying 300 shillings monthly through universal health coverage. Ruto made the announcement during the Social Protection Conference in Nairobi. Shadrach Kariri with more.
Speaking during the Kenya Social Protection Conference of the year 2023, which was held in Nairobi on Tuesday, President William Ruto stated that it is failing to neglect vulnerable citizens, which impairs the nation's bottom-up approach to an economic transformation.
The government has allocated 28 billion to support cash transfer programs implemented by the State Department for Social Protection.
Ruto stated that the government has allocated 28 billion shillings to to support Inua Jamii program with an aim of lifting vulnerable persons in the society.
We are in discussion with stakeholders in that sector to actualize the commitment I made to the people of Kenya that we will make NHIF contributions affordable.
President William Ruto announced that the government will start disbanding the fund before the public servants' salaries starting the 1st of June.
We are having conversations with the county governments, and within the next few weeks, we will be rolling out the program that will also make it possible for us to now pay stipend to the 100,000 community health workers or volunteers across the country, again as a means to bring the people at the bottom of the pyramid on board.
According to President Ruto, 16% of Kenyans currently live below the poverty line, as number peaked during the COVID pandemic, reaching 8.9 million people.
That have challenges to access to food. We have undertaken that every county government that provides school feeding program, we are going to match the funds as national government so that we can get more and more of our children to access food in school.
Schemes, not to view the changes and the seriousness you have taken to transform National Social Security Fund as a threat. This is a compliment, and I would urge them also, and I would urge planners and policy makers to come up with a policy that can condense all social security pension schemes into one large insurance scheme that can cover everybody.
I believe the outcomes of this conference will directly impact the lives of many Kenyans. So we want to thank you, Your Excellency, for taking time to be here physically with us, because I believe that comprehensive social protection will make a big difference in the lives of many Kenyans.
Shedrack Kareria, Lookuptv.
Let's now cross over to the corridors of justice. A lawyer and a businessman have been charged at Milimani Low Courts with defrauding a U.S. citizen over 139 million shillings of fake gold. Gladys Masharia with the details.
Two accused, Nicholas Ndolo and Thomas Ngoi, who appeared before Senior Principal Magistrate Zainab Abdul, denied 3 counts of obtaining money by false pretense, conspiracy to commit a felony, and forgery. The duo are alleged that on diverse dates between February 3rd and February 11th, through Equity Bank account held at Equity Bank Yaya Center Branch Kilimani within Nairobi City County, jointly with others not before court, obtained money by false pretense to withdraw $1 million, the property of Seth Adam Bastain. Through their lawyers, the two men pleaded for leniency, claiming that they have been out on a cash bail of 500,000 Kenya shillings before Kibera Law Courts, where they had been arraigned last month pending investigation. They pleaded with the court to maintain same bond terms since they are not at a flight risk. The magistrate granted them a cash bail of 500,000 Kenya shillings with 2 Kenyan sureties. Gladys Masharia, Lookuptv.
Staying in the courts, comedian Eric Omondi was on Tuesday arraigned to answer charges of causing disturbance in the city. According to the prosecution, it is alleged that on April 3rd at around 11:30 along Kenyatta Avenue, he created disturbance in a manner likely to cause breach of peace by erecting a barrier in the middle of the road.
I also become a comedian. The accused is only but a national hero fighting for the rights of those who do not have food or who can't afford. Criminalizing such an issue, the courts are being used to stop the rights of Article 37. The right to picket, the right to make noise, the right to associate. And if indeed it is a question of blocking a road, that's obstruction of a road, be a traffic offence.
The state does not object to the release of the accused person on bond or cash bail. Therefore, I set the cash bail at 5,000 shillings, matter to be mentioned for pre-trial before this court on the 13th.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua on Tuesday assured those affected by adverse climate change that the government will fully support them, those who are living in the northern Kenya, to improve their lives. Gachagua said the region was endowed with potential that needed to be exploited for benefit of the locals and the country. Phoebe Wangombe with more.
The government has pledged to support continuing initiatives to improve the lives of those living in the country's northern regions. Speaking on Tuesday at the Kenya School of Government in Lower Kabete, Nairobi, during the North and Northeastern Development Initiative Consultative Forum, that the area was endowed with potential that needed to be realized for the good of the people.
Northern Kenya region has vast lands that can produce enough food for consumption by the people of Kenya and have surplus for export.
According to Gachagua, the initiative consists of 6 main projects which cost over 100 billion shillings and covers 10 counties, namely Garissa, Isiolo, Lamu, Mandera, Marsabit, Samburu, Tana River, Turkana, Wajir and West Pokot.
I therefore want to really welcome the World Bank support, and I want to urge the leadership here to work day and night with the World Bank so that we have serious interventions.
In a rejoinder, the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has promised the European Union member states that every shilling from the European Union grant kitty directed to drought risk management will be used prudently.
We'll also ensure that additional funds are used prudently.
Mudavadi, who stressed on the government initiatives being implemented as drought preparedness and response measures that will improve the food security of most vulnerable populations.
We are therefore taking proactive action to put in place long-term measures that will address the challenges posed by cyclic droughts.
Phoebe Wangombe, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Phoebe, for that story. And we take a very tiny breather here on the program. But when we come back, we'll be taking you on the road with our mega roadshow. Don't go too far.
Nairobi County, are you ready for the biggest TV roadshow? Lookuptv, the fastest growing family entertainment channel, will be coming to you live from your estate in partnership with Nairobi City County, Royal Fresh, Destiny Best Supermarkets, Kips Technical College, Dagmar Lands Investment Limited, Sensei Institute of Technology, Stimasaku, Emory Hospital, Kasarani Sports View Hotel, One Kims Investment Limited, and Ultrabet. Starting on the 4th to the 8th of April, our caravan will be traversing through the following routes. 4th April, Amboseli Gardens, Lavington, Reruta Satellite, Dagoretti Corner, Kibra, Langata, Rongai, Kiserian, Gataka. 5th April, Jogorod, Makongeni, Hamsa, Pipeline, Tasia, Donholm, Buruburu, Umoja, Kayole. 7th April, Juja Road, Pangani, Mlango Kubwa, Mathare, Huruma, Kariobangi, Dandora, Babadogo, Mathare North. 8th April, Muthaiga, North Fourthways, Kahawa West, OJ, Ruiru, Kahawa Sukari, Kasarani, Mwiki, TRM, USIU, and finish it off live in the CBD at the Nairobi Archives. We are welcoming partners and sponsors to take advantage of this high experiential and promotional opportunity to push your sales and brands in Nairobi. To book your slot, contact us now on 0110-430-158 or email us sales@lookup.co.ke. You can also interact with us on all our social media pages and get the latest news updates on our website, lookuptv.co.ke. Welcome on board.
Kamata mita instant na Lotto. Draws ni 24 daily, yani kila saa na 50 bob unashinda zaidi ya shilingi milioni 1. Sio ndoto, unangoja nini? Cheza Lotto, it could be you. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 777-000. Andika neno Look kama account number. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde sasa. Round hii ni more draws, more cash and big wins na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Hey darling, are we still on for a coffee date?
I'm waiting for you to come and pick me up.
I should be able to pick you in a few.
It's a coffee yogurt date?
It's not just a yogurt. It's royal coffee yogurt.
Flow with the sweet taste of thick and smooth Royal Fresh coffee yogurt. Royal Fresh, the royal taste of freshness.
Sensei Institute of Technology is the home to the best practical courses, giving you a hands-on experience to handle the world. A place to build your skill and see the world in a different perspective. For you to join us, ensure you have your national ID card and be ready to enjoy the ride. Sensei College, my skills, my future.
Are you looking for a renowned institution of academic and professional excellence to kickstart your career? Then join KIPS Technical College, a top NEC, CASNEP, NITA, HRMPEB and KISIM examination center in Kenya, fully accredited by TVET Authority. We offer high-quality hands-on training in engineering, hospitality, tourism, journalism, ICT, business, accounting, hairdressing and beauty, health sciences, community development and foreign languages, and have placed over 26,000 graduates in employment since 1994. Admissions for April intake is ongoing. Call 0720813113 or visit any of our 6 campuses located within Nairobi. KIPS Technical College, your sure path to success.
We as Novena United Circle are a society that is able to provide a platform for business startups by providing financial aid to members and creating a platform to accumulate their savings. We look for small business entrepreneurs who are starting a business venture and provide the best opportunity to expand a business niche and turn it into something big. For more information, call us on 0768 757 956 or WhatsApp us on 0734 832 430. Novena United Circle. Tuungane pamoja.
And welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with Lookuptv. Nelima here and Felista Adundo on the sign language interpretation. And keep your comments and your feedback coming in. I'll be sampling some of that at the tail end of this bulletin. Moving on your opinion matters tonight. We sought a Kenyan's opinion on Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's demeanor beyond the handshake between President William Ruto and Raila.
And today on Your Opinion Matters, we are in Nairobi County asking Kenyans about the Deputy President's stand against the Ruto-Raila truce. And this is what they had to say.
Hii maneno ya Gachagua kukataa maneno ya handshake. Naona ni mzuri kwa sababu huyu mzee ama rais wetu wakati alifight hii serikali alikuwa na Gachagua. Na hata hao wengine wangepata hii kiti, sidhani kama wangefanya handshake na mheshimiwa Ruto. So naona handshake hapana, lakini kazi tutafanya pamoja. Wakitaka kazi tunafanya, lakini handshake hapo tunakataa.
Na okay, my opinion kuhusu hiyo story handshake,
Sasa tukiangalia sasa kiekonomi Kenya sasa tuko down sana. Sika kwa wananchi, like ukiangalia sasa ya food prices ziko juu. Then story ya handshake italeta like mambo mob cause utapata like mtu anataka handshake, maybe kuna watu wataka wapangwe kwa serikali. Mtu anapangwa kwa serikali na serikali yenyewe ina doo, sio yenyewe tunafinyeleka. Bei ya food bado iko tu vile. Cause ukiangalia baadhi story ya demos sema demos kwa theory imeteza tu benefit. Tumepoteza kwa wafanyabiashara kama hustler, si wenyewe bado tumepoteza pia bado. Mavijana pia bado. So naweza sema imeleta change kidogo, at least naweza ona peace.
Hii mambo ya handshake either iko ama iko, it's all the same. Kwa sababu wase si politics wanafanyanga politics, it's for them. So until the time yenye Wakenya watakama wakae chini wajue zile vitu zote wase wamekuwa wakifanya since a long time ago, the politicians what they have been doing, ndio tutakam to an agreement tujue wase wanatuchezea. So for him kukata hiyo handshake kwa sababu anajua amesoma from the previous regime vile Ruto alifanywa na Uhuru. So
kulingana na swali venye umeniuliza, siwezi kubaliana na DP Gachagua kwa sababu Gachagua ana ile interest ya inchi. Ile kitu akonayo ni interest zake mwenyewe na ubinafsi wa chama chake. Mimi ile kitu naweza sema mtu yoyote ama wao watu wakienda kukaa chini, kama wanaweza sahau interest zao, kama wanaweza sahau matakwa yao wenyewe, wafikirie inchi kwanza, basi mambo itakuwa sawa. Kwa hivyo ningewaomba wawache kuangalia nitapata nini katika huu mkataba ama katika hii agreement nitafaidi nini, lakini waangalie mwananchi atafaidi namna gani.
Those are but a few opinions of Kenyans concerning this matter, while many of them are asking that even if they'll have this conversation, it should be of the benefit of the common mwananchi. Reporting for Lookuptv, my name is Abigail.
Thank you, Abby, for that story. Now to my favorite story of the day. Is Lookuptv your favorite station? As a fast-growing station, we have embarked on a roadshow to serve you the best of what we offer as a media house. On Tuesday, the caravan sneaked parts of Nairobi, and as Cecilia Lubanga reports, fans were served a myriad of gifts, hampers, and exclusive entertainment. Take a look. The Lookuptv fraternity on Tuesday embarked on a roadshow in Nairobi County, touring Amboseli Gardens, Lavington, Kangemi, Kawangware, Rongai, Kiseri, and among other places in a program set to run until Friday. Fans of Lookuptv turned up in large numbers for an opportunity to interact with their favorite TV hosts and reporters, gracing the various programs on the free-to-air TV station. In partnership with Dagma Investment, Royal Fresh Milk Brands, Kips Technical College, Sensei Institute, Soma Biscuits, Destiny Best Supermarket, Novena United Sacco and Nairobi City County, the fastest growing TV station subjected its fans to a variety of what the station has to offer. Some fans were lucky to walk away with gift hampers.
Asante sana Kips Technical College. Asante kubwa ya somo. Asante sana. Imeandikwa Dagma Investment Limited.
If you have tuned for the first time or you have been able to subscribe, you have come to the home of family entertainment. You have come to the right place. Lookuptv is a place where you come, you can watch even together with your family. You don't shy, you don't fear. You see, the Lookuptv, they are able to monitor what they are airing, so that it may become a family friendly. So thank you so much for choosing. May the Lord God bless you, and we pray as you join up together with us, I know that you are going to benefit.
Engage now the viewers. We are bringing them now the home of family entertainment. We have a bouquet of very good programming. We are ready for the market. We have listened to them and we have answered with good programming.
The caravan will be coming to your doorsteps for the next 3 days. Cecilia Lubanga, Lookuptv. Time now for us to get sporty. A total of 30 FKF, a total of 30 FKF coaches are receiving the CAF Course C training for a month at Jomo